Hey everybody, it's Azred. Welcome back to Dizzy Hearts Chapter 1. Right then, last we left off, we ran into elves. And, well, literally ran into one of them. And got introduced to the storytelling mechanic, which is really cool. And I'm both interested and terrified to see how they develop later, because I'm indecisive as hell and an anxious little bitch. So, Anyway... also, yeah, the main character, Sylvia, is going to be staying with the princess in her manor. Great. And I'm still suspicious as to why. And I mean, it could just be the kindness of out of their hearts, but mostly hers. I get the feeling there's a little more to this than meets the eye. Or maybe I'm just a cynical bastard. Oh. I roll my shoulders and stretch a little, fighting a yawn while watching the princess's mansion crystalline from the shadow in the snow to an impressive building of stone and glass. Finally. Oh, Chapter 1. Oh, hi. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go into the assumption that these are silhouette characters. Background. It just weirded me out that there's like detail, like lace-ish detail on them. That's what kind of threw me off. I mean, it's an interesting touch. It certainly adds a little bit of, you know, style to the game and all. But like I said, I usually with a, you know, a background character, it's just that. They're just, you know, blank cutouts. As the carriage pulls up, two small figures rush over to it, opening the door with a little crunch of fresh snow beneath each booted feet. I clicked off the game. And then I moved the game. Fuck. Judging by their garb, they're servants. There's a definite pause, and one of them spots me before Honorai beckons him closer. This is Sarava. She's going to be our guest for a while. Be dears and make sure to give her a comfy, clean room nearby. They nod and split in different directions, no doubt to make proper preparations. Merci. Get! The princess had gotten halfway to the door before stopping in her tracks, letting out a sigh and turning to face me and Honorai. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. I feel like this is an excellent opportunity to properly introduce Sareva to the manor, don't you? Is that a harpsichord? The pale princess lets out another sigh, resuming her steps. Okay. The princess looks like she'd rather do anything else, but I have to admit, I can't pass up a chance to learn more about Antonian culture, even if it's from someone who wants to be somewhere else. Alright, where do I start? How about the Chambers of Faith? You'd be better at explaining that than me. The Queen put you in charge, Princess. Ugh. The Chambers of Faith is the branch of government that helps organize the work of the priestesshood, where to send priestesses, beer, and things like that. Okay, I'm sorry. I just love the I love the connection of you know, beer involved as part of the priesthood. Helps organize the work of the priestesses, where to send the priestesses themselves, the beer, and things like that. As a princess, I represent the chamber in the Court of Flowers. I'm also in charge of the local IPA. The princess gestures to Honorai. Honorai is the priestess assigned to teach and advise me as a leader of the chamber. She's in charge of loggers. Does that mean you're a priestess? No. Honorai giggles softly. Princess Marsilia represents the chamber and helps organize our efforts, but she's royalty, so she cannot take the vows to become a priestess. Oh, I see. Are you in charge of the priestesses then? No, don't you listen? You said you represent them in the Court of Flowers, whatever that is. The High Priestess is in charge. Why do you think we have one? I didn't know you had one until just now. Remember Princess Sareva is from very far away. She only arrived in Lingard a short while ago. She doesn't even know we had queens or princesses until you ran into her. Marsilia opens her mouth to protest but nods. Sorry. We pause as the servants open the doors to allow us to enter. The heat washes over me. It reminds me of leaving the cave and stepping onto the surface back home. Is it really that hot here, or is it because it's so cold? Okay then. God, the texture makes it so weird. It's like they're wearing fucking some kind of weird, like, lace onesie, like a complete bodysuit. It's just throwing me off. Inside, I'm confronted by a huge crowd of elves dressed in rather revealing clothing. Yeah, I noticed that. Well, my other thought was that if it wasn't for this texture, be a lot more, what's the word? Eye-catching. That's 2 words. I'm dumb. Their eyes were all on me, even if they're the ones who are trying to look aside. Oh, even if there are ones. Okay. Well, I can't make out what any one of them is saying. The chuckling I heard before stepping the door has turned to a sly, amused whispers, coiling around the walls of the foyer. Why? Honorai! I didn't realize you all missed me this much, my dears. You were away a long time. Oh, don't exaggerate, silly. It felt like forever. This is your harem? Honorai clears the throat. Now... She takes my wrist and delicately guides me to the center of the room, right in the middle of all the expectant elves. We have a guest, my dears. They all greet me in well-practiced unison. Every moment of this, every noise, every whiff of intense perfume wraps tight around me. I can barely move. Princess, why don't you introduce Sariva to the members here of your household? Princess? Hi, Nail. The princess's eyes dart around the room a few times before she looks to the ground. Princess? I've forgotten. I'm sorry, Princess, I didn't hear you. I said I don't remember their names. Marcelia's face is almost as red as her eyes now. Some of the assembled elves pout while others giggle. Oh, I see. She moves over to the crowd and lets them gather around her. Sariva, these are my fucking called it. But I didn't think it'd be true. I said it as a joke because I'm a perverted little bitch. I didn't think that'd be legit. But okay. God, I sincerely did not expect that to be the case. I was, me tell dumb joke with sexual connotation to it, blah blah blah. I didn't. Moving on. Sariva, this is my harem. All of them? Yes. As a priestess, I'm encouraged to marry, and so I have. I mean, okay, damn, sure. You get it then. Fuck. Oh, don't listen to her. It's her insatiable nature not being a priestess. Oh. Hi. An elf wearing an eye patch and a very revealing top emerges in one of the side doors. Oh, for fuck's sake. Irira? It's not like you to be awake at this hour. Oh, they just... I want to bet the princess was like tugging at Nail's sleeve like, okay, now we can leave. Get out. She's distracted. My assistant has gone missing. I'm sure she's here somewhere. Princess, why don't you introduce... Honor Alex around. Oh. She's gone. Yeah, she's scarpered. She shakes her head. I'm sorry, Sariva. The eye patch wearing elf disappears behind the closed door she came through. Well, that was Irira. She's the princess's thaumaturge. Okay, thaumaturgy is usually associated with some kind of magic. It varies depending on the work of fiction, so what does that mean here? What's it? One of her wives tugs on Honorai's arm. Just a moment, my dear. She beckons one of the servants. Could you, hi. Show Sariva to a room? Of course, priestess. Thank you. Can we go now? I want to walk you back properly. Okay. How can I say no to you all? The horde of eager wives pull at Honorai, but as she's dragged off, the priestess still keeps her focus on me. Just a look in her eye of, don't you wish you were a baller like me? Dear guests, once you've settled in, feel free to go anywhere you wish as long as it's not someone's private quarters. Especially not mine for the foreseeable future. Unless I say it's okay, of course. My bedroom is always open to... Okay. Did not expect that, but maybe I should have. My bedroom is always open to you. Oh, and be ready for dinner in a few hours. Before she can give me more instructions or call me a snack, The elves pull on her eye around a corner. The only thing left is the echo of eager yet strangely polite laughter. Before I have a chance to consider taking up Honorai's offer to join her, and I'm seriously considering here, the servant steps in front of me a little closer than I thought she would. She gestures for me to follow her, and without waiting, she hurries off down some corridor, the opposite direction of where everyone else has appeared to. I don't know why she didn't speak. Did she think I wouldn't understand her? I understood what Honorai's wives were saying to her. I nod, clutch my satchel, and follow her deeper into the manor. The servant leaves me standing at a simple wooden door. Well, I guess this is where I'm going to be staying while I'm here. I can't say that when I woke up today I expected to be staying in a huge house owned by a princess. Opening the door, I step into my new home. I mean, simple but cozy. I like it. It's kind of, like I said, cozy, quaint. There you go, the word for it. One that isn't just me being redundant because my brain is small. Honestly, the idea of heading back out there is a little tough to manage. I lean on my door and feel it shut gently behind me, clicking reassuringly. There's a little privacy latch lock on it, which I flick shut. Not out of any fear for my safety or belongings. The lid latch is far too small to even stop a hard shove. It's just comforting to know someone has to knock. I guess that's okay. Yeah, well, privacy of one's own quarters, whatever. I tug off most of my clothes, letting out a sigh of relief once my feet are bare and I'm down to light clothing. Despite the constant gentle snowfall, the room was perfectly warm, as though heat was seeping up to the floorboards. Finally comfortable and alone, I turn my attention to the room and drink in the details. Room, perhaps, is an understatement. It's beautiful and easily half the size of my old home. Although my eyes are initially drawn to the warm lantern glow beside the bed, I turn to the books next. Multiple shelves of them. While traveling with the caravan, it would have been impossible to have a bookcase. Everything was always stowed away in safety trunks. Here they sit proudly in their places, either fitting with perfect snugness or resting atop each other. Oh, alright. There's a little patch that's where it doesn't extend. Never mind. I approach the promise and smell of books, but stop short by another sensation. The rug I'm set on is warm and soft despite its wear. I wiggle my toes a few times to enjoy it. Another little thing I didn't know I missed from caravan travel. It feels silly, but there's a moment of weird nostalgia when I crouch down and run my fingers across the fibers. Climbing into a full-size bed is going to be strange too, I'm pretty sure. But still, I was distracted from my first target. The bookcase seems older than I am, all thick, solid wood that smells of the books it carries. I gently pull one out and frown. Not sure what I expected. Yeah, me neither. I mean, I kind of saw this coming too. I can't understand a word of it. The handwriting looks pretty and clear though. For now, I soft the book away and cast my eyes over the rest of my room. The stones are thick and smooth, keeping the heat of the room in, with the soft red curtains they'll keep any light out. Not that I expect much light if it's gonna snow all day every day. None of the features sticks out now that I'm looking at that corner. Some beautiful flower arrangements. Trailing my finger across one of the petals is it smelling of winter berries and spice, and a peek into the water itself reveals that there's some dust floating on the surface. Huh. Is that how you stay so healthy and smell so nice? Just to play it safe, I avoid scooping up into the dust and let the flowers settle back into their place. I'd be worried about where to put my belongings, but it's not as though I travel heavy. A quick inspection of the shelves beneath the bookcase reveals them to be empty. Apart from a sprig of something or other to keep it smelling fresh, again, a nice touch. The idea that everything has to smell so soft yet spicy is so strange. The fact more than anything else makes this room feel like it belongs to a noble. This is no home for me. You're just feeling out of place. Besides, a quaint little painting on the wall, the only other feature of my room that's gone unexplored is the bed. But not for long. Haha! Jumps in, burrows under covers, lapses into coma. It rests inside of a deep frame, so my first thought was that it would be thin or something. What? Not the case? What? I dropped myself onto the backside. I dropped myself into a backside first, and it practically sucked me into its embrace. One of the more embarrassing things to be caught off guard by, nearly eaten by a bed. Great. It's a very pleasantly spongy mattress, though. Possibly something that will take some getting used to, but better than a cabin bunk or sleeping bag by far. Knock. Shaking myself out of my head, I prop myself up after the sound of gentle knocking on the door. Who is it? One of the servants, miss. I heard a noise I was passing by. Are you quite alright? Yes, I'm fine. I just tripped over the rug. Way less embarrassing than my bed scared me. Oh, if you're sure. Would you like a drink at all? No, that's fine. Thank you. I'm fine for now. Very well. Please call if you require anything. The servant's cheerful voice departs, but the door is thick enough that I can't hear her footsteps retreat. Now, of course, I'm faced with a new issue. The bed's clinging to me like a desperate lover, and I'm mostly undressed. It wouldn't be much effort at all to throw my top off and get into these cozy blankets for the first real bed nap in goodness knows how long. But there's also a whole mansion to explore. No, there's far too much to look at still. With a bed this comfy, it's possible a short nap would turn itself into a long sleep. Bad habit before a meal. Clothes reestablished. Just beam them back on with your mind. I pull my clothes back on before a look around the room reveals something missing. There's no mirror to check my reflection in. Okay, so I'm guessing that mirrors are like an important thing. There's something magical about them somehow, some way. That's my guess at this point. Well, there's a tiny mirror in the... Oh. Okay. So maybe it's more like large mirrors, or maybe this is like an exception that's gone unnoticed and it's going to be an important plot point. Or maybe I'm just going off the rails on nothing, like as like a conspiracy theorist. There's a tiny mirror on the cabinet next to the bookcase, and that's all. I look myself up and down with it, humming softly. Traveling and eating preserved meals seems to have kept me pretty lean. Hope I'm not going to get squishy and fat on rich person food. Depends on what the nobility of this land considers to be high quality food. Sometimes differs from culture to culture. Sometimes. Where to now, however? Well, okay, obviously it differs in some cases in terms of what food is available, but I meant more like what types, not specific, specific things to eat, as in terms of what kind of meats or vegetables, but stuff like meat or vegetable or bread or sweets. Why am I rambling on about this? God damn. What'd you know, however? Honor, I said I could visit her, but she also said I could go anywhere that isn't private quarters that I'm not invited in. Would Nail or that thaumaturge invite me in? No harm in asking unless they throw me out into the cold. And I suppose I should probably talk to my gracious princess host at some point. Then it's decided. I'll go meet everyone. But who first? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Tempting for a very specific reason. I'm interested in the thaumaturge because she's new and only got a glimpse of her. So I'm going to say thaumaturge first. Also because she's the only one we haven't really been, properly meet. We haven't really been properly introduced to them. The thaumaturge is likely bunkered with her within her laboratory if you're so inclined to see her. The maid servant doesn't seem too inclined to talk with me. Her eyes stare intently at a porcelain vase, cloth in hand, ready to strike down any specks of grime. I bet she can juggle two things at once. Entire laboratory in the manor? I definitely had to check that out. And East Wing, down the half flight. You'll hear sounds of chemicals, or snoring. Thanks, enjoy cleaning. That's whatever. I think we'll call the episode here. Yeah, alright. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm very interested in this so far. So yeah, I'll see you next time.